Hello, hello, hello. You are tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's second topic, should Mark Andrews play? Look, everyone's excited. We all know what tomorrow is. It's the first game of the season. And you already know how it's going to have us feeling up in here. I'm ready for the craziness. And you know I'm saying it. But here's the thing. Mark Andrews. The regular season for us Baltimore Ravens fans no longer holds the same weight that they have the past couple seasons. And what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that is they've paid their QB. We're on a timetable, guys. And at the end of the year, we need all hands on deck. Because one thing that has been able to hamper the Ravens' success consistently since the era of Lamar Jackson has been the injury bug. And I'm talking about injuries from everywhere. Offensive line, tight ends, receivers, running backs, coaches, cornerbacks, safeties, D-line, like everywhere. So we've been bitten by the injury bug plenty of times. Now, where I go is I'm saying this. Mark Andrews has been dealing with a quad injury. I'm guessing that's why he was so mad and why he walked off the field during that practice and he never returned, because he got injured and he felt it. And everyone knows your body when you're doing what they do, and your body becomes like an instrument. So you know when it's out of tune. So he probably felt it, got mad, broke the helmet and walked away saying, crap, I'm injured. Now here's the thing. He probably wants to play his butt off tomorrow. And I get why he wants to. Here's the thing, though. This is where John Harbaugh has to be the head coach. And what I mean by that is that he's going to have to save Mark for himself, because we already know what it is. We know what he is. He's Lamar's favorite pass catcher on the squad. He's the security blanket. He's the trusted target that has been there since Lamar Jackson's taken over the helm from Joe Flacco. So we already know all of those things. The problem is that with athletes and competitors, no matter what's happening, for the most part, if their legs aren't dangling or arms aren't dangling, stuff like that, they want to be out there on the field. And I'm telling you right now, I don't want to risk anything with Mark. I want him to be 100% healed up and ready to go. And if he can do that for this week and then be ready 100% for next week, I don't think he should play. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people are going to get on me about this. They're going to be like, Nitro, no, he has to get out there. The first team hasn't been getting many reps, blah, 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 blah. But guess what? It doesn't matter. Reason why is because, once again, Mark and Lamar has played a lot together. And where they shine is backyard football. Let's be real. That's where they shine. They shine when the play breaks down. Lamar got to make moves. Mark becomes a very fluid, capable target anywhere on the field. Down the field, middle of the field, short, down the distance, whatever it is. He becomes the guy. So we already know what that is. The thing is, we got Isaiah Likely, Kolar, and Vokalek. We have plenty of tight ends to hold down the fort so that Mark can become fully healthy. I do not want him rushing back and then aggravating it even further, and then he has to miss weeks, or it becomes a lingering injury that can keep him out later on in the season, or, God forbid, the playoffs. Could you imagine how hurt you would be if you were watching and say, I want Mark to play. He needs to play. He goes out there, gets hurt, and he don't get to play in the playoffs? Oh. The hurt and pain it would be inside. You can take that idea and throw it straight up, because I do not want that happening. So I'm just saying, and I know it's going to ruffle some people's feathers. All I'm saying is I'd rather them be cautious with an already established veteran on the team, especially at the caliber of someone like a Mark Andrews, who is undeniably a top 3 tight end in the league. Some people can have him at 2, most people have him at 3. He sure is not 1, but he's top 3. Right as of right now, he is a top 3 tight end, and he's been that way since last year. So you know what I mean. So we know what he is. So I would just rather the team take their time. We have so much talent at the tight end position. Isaiah Likely, we ever see when he comes in, he's dynamite. I think that's another reason that could be pushing Mark, because Mark can look. Steel sharpens steel, but players know if they can't get on the field, it opens up opportunities for players behind them, and it opens the team up to seeing those players behind them. And everyone's been seeing when Mark hasn't been able to play, Isaiah's come and lit up the scoreboard, 111 yards, 80 yards, 90 yards, stuff like that. So he's probably feeling like, look, I need to make sure I solidify myself, which, as we all know, we know what he is, but teams are always looking to get younger and cheaper at every position. And Isaiah Likely is younger and cheaper. That is a fact. I'm not trying to draw any distinctive lines between the two or draw any wedges between them or anything like that. I'm just speaking facts. That's how sports operate. That's why veterans move off of teams that they've been accustomed to it their entire lives. That's one of the reasons why Mike Evans most likely will not be with the Tampa Bay Bucks next season. It just is what it is. It's the game. You know what I mean? It's the business within the game, or the game within the game. So, you know, I'm not saying I'm totally worried about Mark, but I'd rather him be 100% healthy and able to contribute for a Super Bowl run. Because at the end of the day, we already seen that in the Super Bowl, it's not so much about the scripted plays, it's the off-scripted plays. It's the plays that can be made when everything breaks down, when protection's not protecting you, when guys aren't playing up to par, and you still got to make a play. And Mark Andrews, in those predicaments and moments, is Lamar Jackson's safety blanket. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, he got OBJ for that now, and Bateman for that now, and Zay for that now. A tight end and a wide receiver are not the same thing. Mark Andrews is going to work out predominantly on the line or in the slot, you know, tight end roles. Maybe sometimes they might get creative, put him in the backfield with Lamar and stuff like that, you know, and tight end, you know, run him almost like a back. But to have, you know, a better release against tight ends and stuff like that. I don't know. Creativity is the name of the game. But they're different. And then when you have those guys at high levels, they can attack the defense in different ways, different styles. So I get what a lot of people are going to say, well, we got the wide receivers for that now. No. Lamar is still going to target Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews in this offense, if he even plays 16 games, he's going to go off for 800 to 900 yards receiving. I got 8 being the minimum. 800 yards receiving. So he's going to get his numbers and a solid 10 to 12 touchdowns. So he's going to get his numbers. So do not forget about that. And, you know, and like I said before, I just don't want to see him get hurt. You know, one thing that has plagued us has been the injury bug. And a lot of times when we make those guys go back out there, they don't just get bad. They get way worse. And it takes them off for the rest of the year. We've seen it with Ronnie Stanley. We've seen it with Marcus Peters. We've seen it with what's his name? I forgot his name. Well, we've seen it with plenty of players, and Bateman. That's the other one. So that's the things I'm talking about. They go out there, they exasperate the injury, and then they're out for the rest of the year. I do not need that. Not for Mark Andrews. And as much as I love Isaiah Likely, and I think that he's the heir apparent to Mark Andrews, for the first Super Bowl, I would like Mark Andrews to be all hand on deck. But what do you guys think? Do you guys agree? Do you think that Mark Andrews should maybe not play, sit and heal, and let Likely, Vokalek, and Kolar take those snaps for the first game? Or do you guys think that he should play and get those reps underneath his belt to, you know, in this new offense with Lamar and those other weapons? Let me know down in the comment section where you're going with it, all right? But that's an episode of The Wunderkind Show! Thank you for watching. And now we get down, we have fun, and we laugh. But everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. You know I love the comments. And please do check out The Wunderkind Show's Patreon. 3 tiers of absolute content goodness. You already know, a lot of extra goodies in there for the tiers, for whatever one you want. So give it a look and tell me what you think. And if you would like to donate to the channel, helping out with extra equipment, stuff like that, putting away to help with tickets to go to games so we can cover it. Bottom of the screen, QR codes to a Cash App. Cash App's located in the description of every video that we do, and the name of it is $, The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. Your show is Nitro signing off, and as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yerp.